Welcome back to the final installment of the Fernando Alonso Challenge career. We've been to Japan, we've been to Bahrain. I don't remember where we went last episode, but we are here now to play around Canada, Britain, and Spain. Now, the previous two episodes had only 2 races in. This one's got a nice little treble. It's gonna be a long one, but let's have it. And here we go then for our one-shot quali lap around Montreal, Canada. I don't know about this track. It's all right. Definitely not one of my favourites. I always usually spin the car on this corner, so I'm going to go a bit easier. Car feels great first couple of corners. Swing around here like I have no threat of crashing whatsoever. Fastest sector 1, you know how we do. Whoa, bit of oversteer coming out that chicane, but we are still cooking just fine. Second sector time is going to be a 41.5. A little bit late on the brakes through there, but shouldn't really cost us anything. My car will bottom out, though, which isn't great. But we move. DRS enabled. Let's see what monstrous straight line speed we can get up to. It's going to be 330. Yeah, that is mighty. Into the final chicane. Avoid the wall of champions. And that is a, I'd say, above average lap around Canada that should see us get a very easy pole position. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was easy. I didn't drop from P1 a single time, so I'm half expecting this gap to second to be catastrophic. Oh, okay. You know, it's still big, 6/10, don't get me wrong. It's basically just being Max Verstappen in 2023, do you know what I mean? I was expecting like a second and a half, but anyway, we start on pole for the Canadian Grand Prix. Of course, this Fernando Challenge career is based on his wins in his 2006 title-winning season, so I feel like, to be law accurate, you sort of have to win, so that's what we're going to go and do. And here we are on Sunday. It's a bit moody. I don't like this weather. It's basically just living in England, do you know what I mean? It's just cloudy and horrible. But, you know, starting P1, the intention is, of course, to win, and honestly, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We probably will win by a fairly decent margin as well. So let's get to the grid. Right, here we go then. Round 1 of 3 in this episode. The start is going to be okay. I'm going to sort of put some early power into the wheels so that I don't bottom out. And that is a complete textbook good start, do you know what I mean? Not much wheel spin, a little bit off the start, but nothing too crazy. I didn't do the usual of just spinning off in like 5th gear. We move. We can now carry on and treat it as a Sunday drive, nice and leisurely, do you know what I mean? And to complete lap 1, we have an 8/10 lead, which is, it's alright. I would have preferred to have had that second gap, so there's no threat from DRS, but we've still got half a lap until the first DRS zone gets activated, so we might be able to get a second ahead. Maybe through this chicane. I am very quick through here because I go on the grass. And yeah, that is going to put us 1.2 up. And we are having a great time. I've also managed to figure out that thing through like the slow speed corners where my car feels like it bottoms out. I realised I just need to go faster through there, and I mean literally just go on throttle earlier and harder through those slow speed corners, and my car won't do this weird bottom out thing that cost me a good half a second a lap, so that's massive. Some good knowledge gained. You do indeed learn something new every single day. We have our first and probably only mid-race objective. It is going to be achieve a lap time of a 1 minute 12.5. Well, seeing as my best lap is a 10.7, and I'm still lapping relatively close to that, this should be a doddle. What I will say is that this car feels luxurious to drive at the minute. I hope I'm not jinxing that, and in the next races at Britain and Spain it just goes wrong. But at the moment in Canada, this is a gorgeous car to drive. It is truly different gravy. We were set to do a 112.5. We're going to do a 112.6. Set the fastest lap despite 2 yellow sectors. And we've absolutely nailed that. Penultimate lap of the race. I don't know why these are only 5 lappers. I really actually enjoy the concept of the challenge career. You know, like the way it's based around drivers, events, and stuff like that. I really, really like it. It's an extra bit of content in the game, which it desperately needs. However, I really dislike the fact that every single weekend is one-shot quali and a 5-lap race. And also the difficulty. Now, I shouldn't be winning in the 5th best car by 3 seconds in, well, 3.5 laps. Well, actually, no, it's 4.5 laps, isn't it? Basically, I feel like they should also change the difficulty. Of course, in Challenge Career, it's not a number between, 0 and 110. It's actually, like, select difficulties. You know, like you get in Breaking Point? It's, like, easy, medium, hard, expert. I feel like they should just keep it to numbers. Like, I reckon if they do the things I said, like, change the difficulty to, like, numbers rather than just generic settings. I mean, obviously, this is on expert, and I'm mopping the floor with a competition, and they also make it so you can, like, change the weekend lengths. So, like, if I want to do a 35% race and a full quali, I can. I feel like that would not only make this game mode a bit more relevant, but just way more enjoyable. Also, they should add some, like, customization or something that makes it actually worth playing, because I'm playing it for the YouTube content. Whereas if I wasn't doing YouTube, there is no reason to play it. You get like 3 stickers, and that's all you get. Anyway, enough waffling about what they should do to this game mode. We're here in Canada. We're on the final lap. We're on the back straight. All we've got left is the final chicane, which I don't know the name of. Avoid the Water Champions, a bit of oversteer, and that is race uno, win uno. Bosh! So there are your finishing results. We took the fastest lap by 7/10 of a second, 4.5 second lead by the end of it, and the lap times don't look too shabby. The consistency is sort of there. I don't know what went wrong in lap number 4. I don't know, but lap 2, 3, and 5, very consistent, all within 1/10 of each other. So that's Canada done. The standings look like this, I believe. Okay, no, so we haven't confirmed the Drivers' Championship, but we're nearly there. Still somehow leading the Constructors despite only really having one driver. I mean, Lance Stroll actually finished 6th in his home race. That's not a bad result whatsoever. That's 8 points for the lad. 8 of his 17. Nice. Anyway, let's get to Britain and do some more quali. Wait a minute. Bro, I'm going to have to look back at the footage, but I'm fairly certain it said Silverstone was round 6. Alright, okay, never mind. I guess we're doing Spain. Sure, great, let's do it. Right, random fun fact of the day. On F123, I am in the top 500 players in time trial at this track with ABS on and automatic gears, so I know what I'm doing around this place. Okay, it's been a pretty dismal Sector 1. It's still going to be the fastest, which, if anything, just reflects the current state of my competition, that being rubbish. Through here, that was cataclysmically terrible. Should be easy flat through here in the grand year of 2024. This corner you can brake a bit later and sort of do like a weird little in-swing thing. Get right to the outside, throttle nice and early. I'm driving this like I would an F123 lap, which is not really what I want to do. You've got so much more grip in this game. I'm going to use overtake around the final 2 corners. Little lift, that could have gone very wrong. And we are going to cross the line for back-to-back pole positions. I mean, what did you expect? Bosh! So that is going to be a ½ second lead over Max Verstappen and Sergio Tequila Perez. Nice one. Let's get to race day. This is boring. Oh, would you look at that? Some gorgeous, beautiful sunshine in Spain. I mean, let's be honest, it's Spain. I don't think it's ever not sunny. Right, here we go for race number 2 of the episode. I'm going to win this for Mi Hermanos Español. It's a pretty horrible start, though. Very late on the reactions. I'm on the grass. I'm going to lose quite a lot of places. I've crashed. That was just a disaster of how to start a Formula 1 race. So I had the late reaction, early wheel spin, because, you know, I don't understand how starts work. And then I have this weird thing again where my car spins in 6th gear, break my front wing, try and control it. This geezer comes out of nowhere, sending it like he's silly, and sends me round. Let's try that again. Right, race number 2 of this episode. I'm going to win it. For mi hermanos español. And we're off. Okay, that's a lot better. Still, you know, having traction issues even in the later gears. We are going to go wheel to wheel with Max Verstappen into turn 1. You know I'm sending it. I go Daniel Ricciardo in the prime, round the outside. See you later, son. That's a Max Verstappen line from China 2016 for those that no, 2018. So that's when he crashed into Vettel and Ricciardo won. Yeah, I remember that one. I say I remember that one. I only started watching F1 in 2021. I watched it back on F1 TV. And from the early signs of this race, I got my work cut out. Verstappen is fast. So there's the end of the first lap. At this current moment, my car feels like it's got the same levels of downforce as a Nissan Micra. So it's not great, but we are holding on to the lead. Right, that should be another fastest lap for the lad. Managed to somehow increase that lead to nearly 8/10 of a second. Now we have that DRS enabled. Verstappen isn't going to get anywhere near close enough for an overtake. Maybe I've got the more straight line speed setup. That is entirely a possibility. Now, we have been given the objective of avoiding tyre surfaces staying above 109.9 for 5.4 seconds per lap. I don't know what that means. I've failed it apparently. It says staying above. They're below. They're literally below it as we speak. This game's weird. Am I just bad at reading? Because I'm fairly certain that says avoid them staying above. But they're below the entire time. I don't know. Someone explain that to me in the comments, please. That's been troubling my brain since I bought this game. Right, final lap of this race, and Verstappen, he's right up my arse. I'm scared. Here he comes. I'm avoiding the slipstream. Overtake on. Do I have enough to defend? Oh, absolutely. Yes, I do. Up the inside. He is going to have the outside line, but my exit is just better. It's so much better. And I managed to stay ahead. Gorgeous stuff. Right. Let's close this out. I shouldn't be under any threat. The only threat I can imagine is the second DRS, but it's quite bog standard to defend through there. So I reckon we're chilling now, but I tell you what, the AI have been very strong through here today. Although, I'm saying that, you look at the top left of your screen, there is a 0.4 of a gap to Verstappen, 0.8 to Norris, 5.8 seconds back to Hamilton. So, maybe it's just us three are just world class and way above the rest, you know what I mean? Imagine the scenes if I spin it on like the last corner or something. Right, here we go. Around the final corner. And although it was a bit harder and the AI were quicker, we still come away with the W here in España. And honestly, after driving at that track... Oh, wait, before I say what I was going to say, we are the champions, my friends. Boom, boom, come on. That's what you love to see. As I was saying... After driving that race, you know I was saying in Canada about, like, how the car feels great? I go to Spain, and the car doesn't feel great. I was slipping about the gap everywhere, and I came to the conclusion that este partido no es divertido. Do you know what I mean? It's just not good. That was just horrible pronunciation of the very brief Spanish I know. But there you go, 2 wins in a row. Another fastest lap. Oh, no. That was the fastest lap by half a tenth. Not even that, like 10 milliseconds. What is that celebration? If you catch Fernando Alonso doing that in real life, arrest him. Right, I'm noticing an issue. Can you not notice the issue that I'm currently experiencing myself here today? You see how it I don't even need to explain it. You can see what's going on here. At least I was right, though, and my memory isn't that bad. But, you know, so final round, it says Spain, but, I mean, are we going to go to Great Britain, or are we going to do Spain again? Let's find out. I'm a bit confused. Oh, look at that. That just summarises Britain stupendously. Pouring rain in the middle of summer. Yes! Right, this is going to be fascinating because, well, as you can see, it's spitting, it's slightly damp, and I'm on slick tyres. So, I don't know how this is going to go, but let's find out. So we break into the first proper corner on this track, already getting a bit loosey-goosey on the rear. Some would even say getting snappy. And this is actually the exact same conditions from the Grand Prix a couple weeks ago. You know, that sort of like midpoint between like, yeah, it's raining and the lap times are definitely affected, but it's nothing too crazy. It's still very drivable on slicks. This is where we saw, of course, the McLarens just start like shining for some reason. Shining in the downpour of the rain, just completely mopped the floor with the Mercedes. It just took off. And then, of course, Fernando Alonso, not Fernando Alonso, my brain's gone. Lando Norris bottled the win again, which is his third one this season. He should have 4 race wins at this stage, but no, he's just got the one. Fastest sector 2, it is actually close between me and Norris. I do want to spoil his day and stop him getting a home pole. That would be quite funny. Let's try and have a good run through the final couple of corners. That's a big skid, but I've held on to it. And here we come across the line. It's a bit off the track. It's a massive bit of oversteer over the line. Is it going to be enough, though? And indeed it is. And I'll tell you what, that was a real struggle. Not just to drive the car itself, but against the AI. I reckon this gap is going to be scarily close. Oh, never mind. I was lying. That was a fib. That I swear. Wait. Did I not? Okay, maybe my eyes were deceiving me, but I'm pretty sure I lost the lead in, like, the penultimate corner. That might have not actually happened, but we take a 6.5 lead in quali going into the race. The conditions might actually be the same. It's either going to be the same or proper wet, where we're going to need inters and stuff like that. Let's go see. Right, I'm going to say with confidence that this is, like, inter/full wet territory. I don't think we're going to get away with slicks on this track. You can even see how wet it is. Alright, so we are on the inters, and this is everything. We've already won the title, but it would be nice to win every single race in this career mode. It's a fairly even start between the top sort of 6 off the line, and it's already very squirrely through turn 1, but we are managing just fine. Little jinx to the right and left keeps this car nice and stable. Max Verstappen and Lando Norris having a little bit of a scrap. Lovely sector 1 from Fernando Alonso, though. That is lovely. Gotta keep in mind in the wet as well, even though I have ABS on, you can't brake while turning. You won't lock up, but you will skid. So that's an important thing to keep in mind, and I reckon we can probably keep the hot lap ERS on throughout the entire duration of the race. Obviously, in the wet, you're a lot slower, which means the ERS charges more for some reason. I don't know why. Through Maggots and Beckett's, I'm almost flat through there, which should be illegal, but it isn't. Welcome to F1 24 car handling. And I tell you what, of course, in the wet, the car's going to be loosey-goosey, snappy, and a bit shaky, but it feels great. Like, even with the sliding, of course you're going to slide, we're in the wet, it feels alright. I like it. It feels like F1 2016 handling in the wet, where, like, no matter how fast you go, you literally can't skid, because you just do the biggest overcorrections of your life, and the car's like, oh yeah, that's alright, yeah, do that then. I'll just swing her left, little jinx to the right, car's fine. Happy and healthy. Look at us go. Already a 1.4 second lead. I thought I was going to struggle. Wet conditions really aren't my thing, but we're thriving. Oh, this car is not only, like, nice to drive, it's also fun to drive. It's not just fast, it's, like, enjoyably fast. It's like driving an old F1 car, like a early 2000s one, you know, where it's, like, so incredibly unstable like that, but you can still drive it at, like, good speed. That's when I can peak as a driver. Like, look at this, I'm just swinging in like I'm silly. Our mid-race objective is to set a lap time of a 41.1. I'm currently doing low 38, so again, absolute doddle. Also just shows the extremely low standards this game thinks I have. If I was to actually do a 41.1, I'd probably lose the lead and maybe even P2 and P3. Right, let's just carry a unholy amount of speed through here. Yep, that'll do. That's nice. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And that is another exquisite lap around Silverstone. Whew! Technically, that was on the next lap when that happened, but, you know, that was still scary. We do hold on, lost a little bit of time, but nothing too wild. And, of course, we managed to complete the objective of 41-1. That was just an absolute joke. I actually did a 37.6 on that lap, even with that massive near crash moment on the final corner. Right, here we go, final lap. I've saved a bit of VRS for this. I am going to go for the fastest. I doubt I can actually do it, and not for the first time. I'm going to do something incredibly stupid. I'm going to try and go flat out through Beckett's, or well, I don't know which one it's called. It's the second. I think it's the second. I don't know. I'll tell you when I get to it. Almost flat through Cops. Lovely, lovely stuff. Now this is the corner I'm going to go flat. The next one here. Let's see. Let's do it for the boys. Oh, I actually did it. I didn't think that was going to be doable. I thought I was going to spin off and die. But no, we are cooking. Horrible wait, next couple of corners. But we do set the fastest sector 2. And we are looking good for this fastest lap. Around this corner, I really should know the names of the corners from my home track. But I just don't. And what a fantastic way to end this career mode. With not only a win, but a sensational win at that. With probably the fastest lap if I could just get a nice exit out of here, which I do. And there you have it. That is the Fernando Alonso Challenge career done. Now, I already gave my thoughts on this whole career mode thing, challenge career that is, earlier in this video at Canada, talking about the difficulty, the structure of the weekends where you can't change them, the rewards being completely pointless, and the only real reason to play this is just to flex so you can get a higher place on the leaderboard. That's about it. But hey, Fernando Alonso, 7 race wins in a row, and of course, is the World Drivers' Champion after, how long is that? 18 years? That's just silly. And here is your final finishing order for the very final time. In this career mode, we set the fastest lap by 1 second. Yeah, just under a second. Lance Stroll finishes in the points, which means we take home the drivers. Did we get the constructors? Yes! Red Bull managed to catch up in the final round, but we take it. And when I say we, I mean me, because let's be honest here, I scored 182 of our 201 points. So, I'm going to end it all here. That is the Fernando Alonso Challenge career. I need to go lay down because my back is killing me from carrying this Aston Martin team for 3 videos. It's not been fun. Anyway, I'll be back soon with, you know, the drill. Ayrton Senna career mode, my team career mode, or maybe something else. I don't know. See you then. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, all the usual stuff. Follow my 16 other social medias. And that's all from me.